Hey, hello leaders, and welcome to another video version of the podcast, Run to Your Leadership Challenges. I'm Paul Grau Jr., your host, and today we're on episode number 353, 353 of these podcasts that I've done. Now, again, you are watching the video version of me actually recording the podcast. So you'll see some of my mistakes because I don't edit the video very much. If at all. So you'll see my double takes, my bloopers. I just keep going. If I make a mistake, I'm just going to repeat it. And so if you hear me repeat something, that's why. I read a detailed outline. So I fill in a lot of the blanks, but I kind of follow along with an outline. So I will be looking down. So with that said, I'm going to hit the record button and we will start recording. You'll hear about 4 seconds of silence first. Hello leaders, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. So this week we're talking about the challenge of game changers, or the things that may be really good or really bad for your team, and what specific actions that you can take as a leader to ensure your game changers help your team in a positive manner. Today, let's talk about a big loss. Have you ever noticed how some organizations just can't seem to recover from big losses? Or how about some organizations that just keep killing it? Even if they have a big loss, they bounce right back with resiliency and they just keep going. Well, a big loss can be a big-time game changer to your team. And the more devastating the loss is, the more eyes you will have looking at you for guidance and direction. In times of loss, leaders earn their pay because everyone In times of loss, leaders earn their pay because everyone is expecting you to make the crucial decisions to get them back on track. If you have established your credibility, nothing will put it to the test more than having a really bad day and how you specifically respond to the demands that are put on you. Here are a few things that you can do without even thinking about it. First of all, gather all the facts and utilize your best people. And try to involve everyone on your team to some extent. When you involve people, guess what? They stay busy. And busyness in times of despair is a very good thing because it gives your people some kind of purpose. Secondly, encourage your team, but don't sugarcoat things. The last thing that your team members need is Your team members need honesty and direction, but they don't need you sugarcoating bad news. Gather them around as soon as possible to squelch any rumors that may be surfacing. Provide them first-hand facts from yourself. This is not a time to be delegating your leadership responsibilities. Be upfront and honest with them. Third, be decisive. Man, in troubled times are not the time to be indecisive. And one of the reasons you are the leader is to make decisions, make difficult decisions. Now is when you need to weigh in all the facts, confide with your team of experts, rely on your past experiences and training, and make the difficult decisions and how to move forward. And then convey those decisions to your team adequately. Finally, don't waffle back and forth. Once you make your decision, stick to it. Your team members need a steady compass to guide them, and you need to be it. Be confident in your decisions and be strong and courageous in your leadership role. You know, that's one of my favorite Bible scriptures. It's from Joshua 1, and it's when God told Joshua to be strong and courageous because you will lead these people. Now, keep in mind, Joshua had just taken the leadership role from Moses, who just died. No pressure, right? I mean, how would you react if you just took the leadership role from Moses, the Moses who split the sea? Well, God encouraged Joshua. I messed that up. How would you react if you just took leadership from Moses, the Moses that God used to split the Red Sea in half? Well, God encouraged Joshua to be strong and courageous because he would lead the people. Today, I want to encourage you to be strong and courageous in your leadership role, especially in times of big losses, because that's when your people need you more than ever. You may not always make the best decisions, but stand by them and be willing to flex when you know you screwed up. Rely on your experience and the experience of your team members. You'll earn their respect. You'll earn the respect of your people if you do that. Hey, as always, thanks for listening. Have a great day, and until tomorrow, run to your challenges. All right, that's it. Man, I made a lot of mistakes there, and I apologize for that. But so a little bit extra value for you here. How do you get through a big loss? If your team has a really bad day, say if you lost a contract, say if you had some really bad reviews, say if you screwed up and you got a lawsuit against you, how are you reacting to your team? Because in times of trouble, that's when your team's eyes are glued on you. They are locked in because they want to see how you react. Now, if you react, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't react in a negative way, because if they see you really calm and cool all the time, man, I got to be honest. Sometimes when crap hits the fan, sometimes I overreact. But you know what? My people know when I overreact, it's serious. I've worked for leaders that were calm, cool customers through even the worst of times. And it was hard to get a read on them because it was like, hey, there's no change in their behaviors or their reactions. Is everything okay? Think about that. You got to be yourself. You got to be consistent, though. Your people should have no doubt that something is wrong when they look at you, but you don't want to sugarcoat it, like I said in there, but be confident, be strong and courageous, like God told Joshua, all right? You're in a leadership role for a reason. You have been selected, you have been promoted to that leadership role because your leaders trust that you can handle that. So today, I just want to encourage you, man. I just want to speak some life into you and say, you know what? As a leader, you're going to have bad days. But, that's all a part of being a leader. Just deal with it, move on, rely on your team members. You're not an island and you don't have to make tough decisions alone. You have a bunch of people around you that are very capable. Hopefully they're capable, because if they're not capable, that probably means that you haven't been pouring into them enough. So give it a try, and just know that in difficult times, your people are going to turn to you for leadership, for guidance, for direction. They need you to be that pillar. They need you to be strong and courageous, just like Joshua. Hey, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got some value out of this. If you did, please subscribe to the channel, share it, and leave me a note. I'd love to hear your feedback. That's it for today. I'll talk to you later.